and welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for clicking the link and taking the time to watch this video. I really appreciate it. Also, make sure to subscribe, comment, and like this video, and also follow me on my other platforms. It's gonna be over there in the information section. Right there. Last month in May, we recognized mental health awareness, and honestly, after the year that we had last year, I just believe that it should just be mental health awareness, period, at this point. Last month, I became aware of my mental health as well. I became aware of it when it started to affect my day-to-day, my interactions with people, and my physical self. That's the one that made me really look into my mental health. I wanted to come forward and share my story, and I wanted to share my truth, because I don't know if me coming forward and sharing my truth and story will help somebody who is either in the same boat as I am, or just going through something that's worse, or did go through something that's worse, because I honestly don't know if it might help somebody who needs to hear that, you know, you're not alone and your feelings are valid and you are understood. I know that some people experienced grief for the first time last year, and some people experienced it more than others, including myself. The next minutes of this video is just going to be me being raw and me being open and honest about my mental health and state of mind. Again, thank you for letting me have the opportunity to do this. So here I go. When COVID hit my own family, I was the one that was taking care of both of my grandparents when they were sick. My opa, which means grandpa in Dutch, was, I believe, a week or less that he was still not feeling well, and he began to get very weak, and so I just was his cheerleader. I cheered him on. I said, "Come on, Opa." I said, "You can get out of bed." I said, "You could do it." And I just thought it was because he just lost hope, but he was just, you know, feeling very weak. I checked his oxygen saturation and it was low. It was like in the 80s, and then it went up again, and I was like, "Oh yay, it's going up." And then I checked it that day when he was weak, and it was at like 60 something. Right then and there, I called the ambulance, and sorry, he really didn't want to go to the hospital. I called the ambulance, and I didn't know it was going to be the last time. I didn't know it was going to be the last time he was going to be in this house. And one of the things I struggle with is blame. And I blame myself for why why didn't I hug him before he left? I, of course, like, I didn't know, but that's just one of the things that just runs through my mind all the time, is why didn't I hug him? Another thing that I struggle with blame is, what if I caught it sooner because I was the one that was taking care of them? Like, what if I caught it sooner and he would have gotten the treatment that he needed and he would have been here, you know? I should have taken better care of him. And I shouldn't have pushed him so hard to get up. But I thought that I was, I thought I was doing the right thing and I was cheering him on. But I think I pushed him too hard. Another thing I deal with the loss of my Opa, which is grandpa in Dutch, is confusion. My Opa was my 24/7. We would hang out all the time, especially because COVID hit and I was a full-time student, so it was online classes, and then I started to work from home as well. So I was home all the time, and so I would get to have my lunch break with him. I would study, I would, I'd take my laptop from work and I'd just sit next to him, or I'd just be in the same room. And so, that's one of the positive things that from COVID, that I got to spend more time with him. And, I'm really, oh my God, I'm really grateful for that I got to spend a lot of time with him. The confusion part is just because he was a big part of my day-to-day. After losing him, I just felt lost. Him being gone, it was like I had to adjust to a new normal and a new routine, and just my whole life kind of flipped upside down because he was such a big part of it. When I was working, or if I was in class or just studying, I just have this one, this is the memory that I love having of him. He would just open my door and he'd be like, "Would you like some ice cream?" And his favorite was Jamocha almond fudge. If you've never had Jamocha almond fudge, it's bomb. From Cold Stone. Gotta try it. Since he was a big part of my day-to-day and such a loving and positive type of energy in my day-to-day, just not having that anymore and just having that just taken away from you is fucked up. It's confusing. I didn't know what to do. Grief is something that I don't wish upon anybody to endure or go through. And it was my first time dealing with this. And to love somebody so deeply and to receive deep love from that somebody, and then to just have it all gone, literally confuses the heck out of your heart and your mind. And then you're just well, what do I do? It's a weird type of mental state. It's well, what do I do? And how do I feel? What am I supposed to do? It's that type of emptiness, like that love. Most weeks I deal with being either depressed, anxious, confused, or I'm just left blaming myself, honestly. Depressed because I just miss him so much and he was a part of my day to day. Anxious because I just get so sad, and when I get sad, I get really sad. When I get into that state, I just want to curl up in a ball or just, be in bed and not do anything, just go under the covers, go in my corner, go in my bubble, not do anything. And that gives me anxiety because I know I have things I have to do. And so that makes me like even more anxious. Confusion, because grief is just something that I don't think I'll be ever able to process fully. It's very confusing for me still. What I want to tell the person or people that I might help is that all the feelings that you're feeling are valid. And if you want to scream about it, do it. If you want to cry hysterically about it, do it. The best advice that I can give you is don't suppress your feeling. A really cute kids movie that helped me through my grief was a movie called Over the Moon, and there was a song by Philippa So called Loving Someone New, and the whole movie is about just moving past grief and finding love in something or someone new, because like I said before, I love my Opa, and that's an entity right there. That's like my love. And I had so much deep love, and then it's gone. The love I had from him, it's not gone, but I don't receive any of that anymore. Basically, what it was all about is just finding love in something or someone new. And if you constantly have that cycle with people or something that you love around you, then you'll never lose that type of love. Everyone has an outlet to how they deal with grief. That was just one of mine, and it really helped me. It's a cute movie. You should go watch it. Now this brings us to why I made my YouTube channel and what my YouTube channel is just going to be all about. The reason why I made this YouTube channel was because someone who just deals with or struggles with their mental health on a monthly, weekly, or daily basis, and is someone who is trying to just push forward and, be better and do better for themselves, should share how they do it and what they're doing, because there's some people out there that are in the same boat as I am, or just in a worse boat, and they're just sitting there and with their mind all jumbled, and or suppressing their thoughts. And by suppressing their thoughts, it's just getting worse, and they're getting sad and they're getting mopey, and then it just tacks on and tacks on, and they feel hopeless, and they're not doing anything to better themselves or get them out of there, because either they don't know where to look, they just don't know what to do, they don't have the motivation, they don't feel understood, they don't know if their feelings are valid, they don't know if there's other people out there feeling the same way. And it just weighed very heavy on my heart. It's because I've been there, and I sometimes am there. I'm going to be sharing my tips on how I help myself when I get into those type of situations, or just help myself on a daily basis have a healthy state of mind. I'm also going to be doing is having some mindful conversations about topics that I think that would open your mind and help you have a more optimistic look and state of mind. Also, what I'm going to be doing is adding some workout videos and some diet tips or things that I use during my diet, some recipes, food, because I mean, healthy mind, healthy body. Who wouldn't want that, right? Thank you guys so much for tuning in to my first YouTube video. I really appreciate you clicking on the link and supporting me and just listening to what I had to say, and hopefully I will be helping you. And if you have any comments, you have any questions, you want any topics that you feel like you want me to cover, please feel free to comment down below. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I do hope that you like this video. Can't wait to see what the future holds for both you and I on this journey. I hope to be helping a lot of people and wanting to be a good example of just pushing forward and not suppressing what you're feeling, addressing it, and living healthy. By taking this step to better yourself proves that you love yourself. And in this process, you need to be confident in your abilities. And I will be there to remind you that you are capable. Sending you all love and positive vibes.